How's it going, everyone? Terry here from the All Idol podcast, and I'm not saying it a million times. That would have killed me, absolutely. I can actually hear myself talk this time. That's much, much, much better. You guys are actually unmuted as well, so you can talk as well, guys. Hello, hello.
Oh, thanks for letting me out of the cage.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't quite sure what was going on there. Some mistakes were made. It's the first time I've ever had the stream sitting there or ever played before, so I've never had that before. Yeah, I think eventually YouTube would have just imploded from echoes, so I was quite worried. But yeah, we're back with another show this week. We've got quite a bit lined up for you. It's only been, what, a week? I don't think it's been that long since our last show. It's been 2 weeks. Wow.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
Wow.
And this is all we have to show for it.
Yeah, iDOL's been a bit slow recently, I suppose, depending on what you're following. For us, it's been mildly slow, but there's a fair bit that we could talk about, so I'm happy. Anything you guys want to say before we get started this week?
I'm just happy that all you people have tuned in live to watch us.
Because
yes, it is a thing, isn't it?
Because last time was, what was it? Was it Eurovision? Or something was happening?
No.
Was it not Eurovision? What was the thing that was on last time we were streaming?
Eurovision was the time before.
Before that, okay. So
it's just a good thing that there isn't an England World Cup game on right now.
Ah, that's a good point. But most of our people that watch us are American. Well, some of them. And some European. Maybe you have the odd Japanese viewer, but I doubt it. It's very, very late for them, isn't it? Well, or early, I suppose would be the word. Yeah, very early for them, I suppose.
In Japan, it's like, yeah, what is it, 7?
6.
6,
yeah, something like that, yeah. It's kind of a bit early for them.
Yeah, like, there's no Japanese people here.
one day we'll have some of the home turf fans tuning into the podcast, maybe, if they can understand us.
We've had a couple.
Hey, we've had an iDOL tune in before. That was cool.
We did.
Right. Well, we can move on with this week's start off with the news if you guys all want to.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I guess that's me, huh?
By the way, if the volume's messed up or anything like that, could you guys let us know? Because we didn't get any chance to do any pre-show volume checks on this one. So if the volume's a bit weird or anyone's really louder than other people, let me know and I can adjust things on the fly. But you can take us away with the news if you want, John.
Okay. Well, let's start this on a down note, shall we?
Okay, go for it.
Mistress, I'm sure you've all heard, is ending. They're done. On the 17th of June at their MC, I believe they're at the end show at Mistfest. They announced during the MC that they will be disbanding on July 28th at their final one-man at Nagoya L Fits All.
Is that the name of the venue?
Yeah, it's one of the Electric Ladyland venues that apparently they have 3 of them. It's the middle-sized one.
It's all in the same block of buildings.
Yeah, I think this one has got like a 700-person capacity.
Oh, so not bad then.
Yeah, it's not small, but it's not huge. But yeah, they didn't actually give any reasons or anything, and they haven't given final information on the one man. But that's a good way to go out, I guess, at a big one man.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're going out on a high note, I suppose. I mean, the Mistfest was kind of a high note for them. That kind of ended on a bit of a sour note with, them, announcing disbandment, I guess. Was there, like, a reason or anything that they'd given, or...?
No reasons. And it's weird because that Mistfest is kind of a big thing. I mean, there's lots of groups.
Maybe
it was too big of a thing.
Maybe. Do you think maybe Mistfest will carry on even with Mistress disbanded?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, because it's their management, right, that created this whole
their management made the festival.
So maybe their management, maybe they're going to get rid of Mistress and keep doing the festivals.
Maybe.
Could happen. Kind of sad though, yeah, I felt like Mistress were doing quite well. I enjoyed the album that they put out.
Artifact was pretty good.
Artifact was really good, yeah. I didn't so much enjoy their little thing that they did with Passcode's producer after that, but I know some people liked it. I wasn't the biggest fan, but yeah, it was fine.
I mean, their biggest problem, I think, is that they kind of never really embraced Tokyo as much as they could have. Like, a lot of their shows were like Nagoya or Osaka, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, you know?
Well, they kind of fell into that, our management company owns some venues, and we'll just play at those because we don't have to pay to play at those.
Yeah, they'd like do Tokyo shows like maybe once a month. It's like, you know, probably not the best way to build up your brand.
Yeah, I agree.
You gotta do Tokyo shows. It's just a thing, I think.
I think it's healthy, you know, to try and pull in fans from all over the place. And I think Tokyo is a good central point for a lot of people to go to see them, as opposed to going to Nagoya. So I suppose it's not that far, but you know, it's always nice if you can see them in Tokyo. But yeah, sad times for everyone who is a Mistress fan, myself included. We'll just have to see what comes after this, because it's not to say that the girls, also, you know, some of them might go on to do other stuff. We don't know. You know what it's like.
They always end up popping up somewhere else.
So yeah. What's this one? We're not exactly moving on to something that's a little bit more...
The bad news keeps coming, guys, unfortunately. So Gokigen Teikoku made an announcement a couple of days ago that Onigirin, the pink member, is going to be leaving the group. Well, this was announced like a couple of days ago, like the 19th, I believe.
Yeah.
And her last day in the group is going to be the 29th, although I don't think they're doing a performance that day, so I think they're just doing like a kind of meet and greet type situation, if I understand the post correctly. Her reason that she states for leaving is that she feels like that she fulfilled her dream of moving to Tokyo from Tottori, where she lives, and becoming an idol. So she's like, you know what? I did this for a year. It was great. Lived my dream. Now I'm going to go do other things. That's the official statement. So make of that what you will. She says that she still wants to support Gokite, and she wishes to experience their upcoming one-man live as part of the audience as opposed to being on stage. So that's why she's not going to be doing their one-man at Daikanyama Loop, I want to say.
I think you're right.
Didn't she start as a fan?
I believe she did.
Yeah.
So
she kind of transitioned into Gokite, and now she's transitioning back to a fan. So, you know, she's had a happy time there, I think, you know, even with the whole stress fractures thing and the being in a wheelchair for a while. I mean, she really kind of pushed through that, and she stayed in the group for, you know, despite what most people would think is kind of an idol career ending injury, I suppose, having both legs in like plaster and being in a wheelchair. So she pushed through that, and she was doing really well. I'm guessing she's just, you know, like she said, she just wants to move on to other things now, you know what I mean? Don't quite know how old she is, so she could be doing anything, really.
I think early 20s, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so she's still got her whole life ahead of her, you know what I mean? Maybe something more career-wise, or back to education, or just a proper job. I don't know. Well, I say proper job, you know what I mean? Like a proper career.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because Gokite lost another really strong vocalist in the space of, 6 months.
Yeah, to be fair, she was one of the kind of more powerhouse vocalists between her and Ichiho. Normally, the kind of most of the power vocals came from. Yeah, so
Gokite are back down to 4 members. They're going to have to start another round of auditions, I guess.
Interesting. I don't think they'll struggle. I think Ichiho kind of has her fingers in a lot of pies, and I think she'll be able to probably find someone who can step up and take Onigirin's place. It's just going to be a bit of a blow for them. But hopefully, you know, they're all going out on good terms, and, you know, if she's going to stay as a fan and come and see them, that would be nice for them, I suppose. So
I believe they put a video up on their YouTube today where they were talking with her about it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so...
No. I watched
If
the
you
one
guys
before that, maybe.
don't go watch it right now. Stay here. But like after this podcast, Dan, go watch that.
Go check it out.
So yeah, that's the sadness. 2 sad stories in a row. Can we get a slightly happier one now?
I would say this is probably slightly happier. We're covering SAKA-SAMA. And theirs is that they've pretty much got 2 new members. No one's left as far as I'm aware. They've just got 2.
One left.
Is it one left? That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
So I think they were 4 and then they went down to 3 and they performed as 3 for a while, and now they've got 2 more. So they've just picked up 2 new members. Their first appearance was on June 15th, I believe. Their names were, well, we worked them out in the end, thanks to them, putting the kana actually on their Twitters. So thanks for that, girls, because otherwise your names translate a bit weird. Me, My, Me, and Seto Mana, or Mana Seto, however you want to say it. So they kind of have strange names. But
one of them does, anyway.
Yeah, which one? The Seto Mana or the Me, My, Me?
No, Me, My, Me.
That kind of reminds me of Mei Yui Mei from Surezure.
A little bit, right?
A little bit, right? All these sorts of names recently. Or Mimi Mimiu and all that. Yeah, a lot of the idols like those kind of names for some reasons. They've got their second one-man coming up on August 9th, I believe. And it's called It's a SAKA-SAMA World Volume 2. So, yeah, I think they've already done their first performance, first appearance with the group, but that's their upcoming one-man that they will be performing at as well. So, if you're a SAKA-SAMA fan then, and you're in Japan in August, then maybe go and check that out. That'd be good. That could be cool.
I believe they also just put out a live CD.
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. But yeah.
I mean, we don't really cover like live CDs that much because it's like, it's not really.
Not too often. I think we covered Oizumi Holograms and a few others maybe before, but yeah, normally we don't normally.
I don't know. Do you want us to talk about them, guys? Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did just drop that sweet 7-inch vinyl too.
Indeed, they did.
There you go. The vinyl man. He knows. He knows. Well, that's some better news. A group that is they were down someone, but now they're up to past full strength. So hopefully the 2 new girls will add something to SAKA-SAMA, and we'll see their what do you describe them as, like dreamy pop.
I wouldn't describe it as dream pop.
Originally, that was their original tagline, though, right?
That's what it still is.
Really?
It's just I don't know if I would describe it as dream pop personally, but they say that they're like whatever shoegaze.
Maybe easy core.
No,
they're not. I don't know anything. I don't know cores. I listen to metalcore.
Twang step. What them other genres that you were giving me earlier that made no sense. But yeah, we'll move on to something else. We'll move on to something else more metal related. What do we have?
Oh yeah. Well, this one's kind of a sidestep now, isn't it? It's not good or bad. It's just
it happened.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened. I'm sure you all remember Alloy, yeah? Kind of idol rock.
Well, apparently a lot of people don't, because they were convinced this was a new group.
Oh, well, no. On the 31st of May.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
There you go.
Alloy kind of rebranded as Willow. Yeah, Will O. So they lost a member.
There's hyphens in
right? There is a hyphen in it. Hey, only my site gets that. There's hyphens in there. But yeah, they lost one member. Momoko left the old Alloy lineup, and then they got 3 new members and changed the name. So they just had their first live today. So
with the new members.
Yeah, with the new members was on the 23rd, which, well, I guess it's yesterday now.
So
in Japan.
They rebranded for a while, but they only just got their first live. Right.
Well, you got to practice up a little bit.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Probably got to like re-record some backing tracks and.
Yeah. So there are 5 members now. Rio and Nono are original Alloy members, and then they got 3 new members who are Yuzura, Uni and Miyu. I got their colors here, but you can see their colors on the screen. I don't know. I could rattle them off for.
Are the
I was gonna say, look, they're all the red
members,
but that was just why.
Yeah.
Those outfits look really miserable at performing.
They do.
Yeah.
I hope those aren't performance outfits.
From the pictures that I saw, it looked like they was before. Maybe they really.
It's
Maybe that's
summer in
really.
Japan
Maybe
right
that's
now.
really thin material though.
It's still summer in Japan right now.
True.
Even Burst Girl were like, yeah, we need a costume change.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but they're also having a one-man on the 12th of August. So that's pretty quick for a one-man for a new group. Well, group with so many new members, I guess you'd say.
So I'll pop it off in August by the side of things.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah.
Will O.
Moving on from Will O to Chicky Blow. What have we got up next, Gary?
So, more sad news? Question mark?
Question mark.
So Chicken Blow, the iDOL. I'm sure some people are familiar. We've covered them a couple of times. They're basically one of Daichi, who used to produce for Guso Drop / Burst Girl. It's one of his new groups that he's trying to get off the ground. Seems like he's having a bit of trouble with this one though, because
this chicken can't fly.
Leo, her name is. Apparently, she was asked to leave the group because she wasn't taking it seriously enough. That's not really a good kind of reason for leaving, is it?
No.
It's not. It's like, oh yeah, well, you know, she tried her best, but like she needed to focus on her schooling or something. Not like, oh yeah, she just didn't care or whatever.
Well, I mean, was she getting paid? Was she getting paid to care?
I don't know, but
that was
it's just weird.
I was kind of like,
Yeah, it's all in the letter. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it there. I'm sure there's more subtlety to it, but when you break it all down in the end, it just comes to she didn't really give a crap, so get out of here.
So yeah, apparently this is like the second or third girl that's left this group at this point.
It just always ends up with, I think Rema name is being left.
It always ends up with Daichi doing pitch shifted like demo tracks on YouTube. That's what it always ends up with.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they're trying to find new member / members, so...
I liked Yomu or whatever her name was. Was that
Yom.
Yom?
Or something, yeah.
Yomu.
Apparently they've got like, there's a one-man in January, so hopefully they can get everything sorted out by then.
Dave has a
We
good
have a
point.
one-man in January.
Dave's got a good point. He said, how could you take it seriously with a name like that? The shortened term for it was just Cheeky Blow or something like that.
Yeah, Cheeky Blow.
Just give him a cheeky blow.
That's terrible, Terry. That's so immature. I can't believe you've done this.
That joke was foul.
Stop it.
These poultry puns. I apologize.
So yeah, they have a one man in January, so they've got plenty of time. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's all there really is for this story, though. It's kind of like, you know, it's the idle life. People leave, people join. It's like, you know,
people are dismissed.
People apologize before they've done anything.
They do that too.
Look at that segue. Look, moving on to this one. We got last night. It was last night, was it? Well, for us, it was last night.
Yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon. Yeah. I think you spotted it and you sent us the message about the whole kind of, you know, big thing that is it Shibuya 109? They've got the big poster on there.
Yeah, the 109 building. Whack put a giant poster on it.
Yeah, like a big poster.
Since you didn't mention who it was we were talking about, by the way.
Oh, we're talking about Whack, just in general Whack. But yeah, so and then they said that they'd be making an announcement at midnight the following day. It was the following day, yeah. So obviously we've been waiting around for the announcement, and the announcement came out, and it's apparently called the Early Apology Campaign. They're apologizing for something that they haven't done yet. I kind of
it's
see
like
this.
on the internet when someone thanks you in advance.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
apologize in advance.
Yeah. So apparently it's going to be like a distribution of a 40-page A4 size photo book that you can get for free, right? And that's going to be running from June 24th to June 28th. And the members will basically be distributing them in...
Oh, sorry. That's Shibuya.
Oh, Shibuya, okay. On those dates. Oh, yeah, they're going to be around the front of Shibuya. So if you can run into any of the members of WAC, then you can try and get a free one off them.
I'm sure they won't be hard to spot.
Yeah, I doubt it. Not especially if... I wonder if they'll be in uniform. Who knows? And that will be between the times of 12 till 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And that says Sunday. And then it says 6 till 9 o'clock on weekdays. They've also got some local store distribution as well. So they're going to be having those in 74 Tower Records, 56 HMVs, and 15 Tsutaya stores. So you've got plenty of chances to pick one of these up if you're in Japan at the moment. If you are, grab you one. And I'll give you an early thank you if you get me an early apology campaign. That'd be great.
I thought you said crappy one for a second.
No, no. If you find a member, you get the free early apology campaign booklet. It's like a 40-page photo book. I'm assuming it kind of reminds me a bit of like the Kodomo Mental MOOC, only without the CD. It's just like a booklet that probably has, a Bish chapter, an Empire chapter, a gang parade, whatever. They're all going to be on there, you know what I mean? And they'll probably all have their own little sections. And
yeah, it's probably got a couple of pages of text and then a picture of each girl, and that'll equal about 40, right?
Your best thing to do is probably head out around the times when you think that they're going to be out. Head on your way to Tower and just hope that you run into one of them on the way you know what I mean? That way you got a shorter trip and you get to see one of them and get a early apology from them, I guess. I'm interested to see what this is leading to, because I'm guessing this is some sort of campaign because something's going to happen, I guess.
You think they're going to hand you the book and say, "I'm sorry," and you say, "For what?" And they say, "I don't know yet."
No one knows except probably Watanabe, I assume. Probably see like some full lineup scramble or some craziness happen at some point. So feel free to throw in your conspiracy theories and pre-thoughts as to what's going to happen after this campaign's finished, because I would assume something's coming, in all honesty. If they did all this, is Tower giving them for free though? Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're for free, just like the Kodomo Mental MOOC things were free. You can get free stuff from Tower. They'll probably just be like on the bottom floor or whatever in their little free magazine rack thing, as far as I'm aware.
Take as many as you want, so one person will end up just taking all of them like last time.
Yeah, and you'll probably see
and
them
then
on
throwing them all
auctions.
up on auction.
Yeah.
1,000 yen on auction or something, 1,500 yen.
But all of them are free but limited to one customer. Yeah, so that makes more sense, as opposed to the Gorilla release, when they had the all black CD that people were able to scoop up like entire arms full to take to the till and buy, and then they were kind of like, oh yes, we should have done a 1 per customer limit on that. Talking about the iDOL file too this episode. We're actually not.
Nah, we don't really cover magazines.
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
There's a new iDOL file coming out, guys. Go buy it.
Yeah.
Chat also mentions that Haruna is the one that should be apologizing because she turned up for this fool.
Yeah, she didn't get the memo. She didn't get the memo to bring her uniform.
I reckon this is a scam, because they had to have the photo shoot at a certain time of night and she couldn't be working, so she couldn't be in uniform to say that she wasn't working. Some bullshit because she's young. It's always her. She's young and she always ends up in odd predicaments because she's too young.
No, dude, it's the clue. They're apologizing because she's getting fired.
It might happen.
Jeez.
Who knows?
Ubu looks really apologetic, though.
Does she?
None of them look happy.
That's a good point. Well, actually,
they're all very somber.
Midoriko looks a bit smug. If you look at Midoriko, she's kind of like, what Anabi told me. I know, I know what's coming. Be prepared. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Haruna does look like she's just been told off. And they're like, all right, go and stand up by them, and she's like, fuck, I'm not in uniform. Shit. So bad times for her. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the news section. But we've still got some releases and some song previews and some other bits and bobs for you. So stick around with that. Who was taking us away with releases today?
Oh, that's me.
What's it say? Oh, random note. Wait, one second. Polos has just said something. He said, random note on the iDOL files. They have waivers in the back for free checky signings. What? Waivers in the back?
It's like you mail it in. Type thing.
Ah, right. Okay, that makes sense. I have suggested to the people at Necronomide, also Ricky and Derek, that they scoop up a bunch of those iDOL
in
file
case
magazines.
anyone doesn't know, Ray and Tina from Necronomide
are going to be in the iDOL file bikini collection thing. So yeah, they're going to be in there, and a bunch of other groups as well that we would normally cover are all going to be in there. But I suggested to Necronomide, well, as you guys know, they have a Bandcamp store, so I suggested that maybe they scoop up a bunch of those, get the girls to sign their section, and then sell them on the Bandcamp. You know, a little bit of extra money for Necronomide, and the girls can sell it. I don't know, it was just a thought. We'll have to see what happens with those. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they do anything with it. If not, then you can just get them on Amazon, right? It's up for pre-order already.
Yeah, it's up for pre-order already,
so you can go and get your bikini fulfillment there in Amazon. Go for it. Right, taking us away with releases, I think it's you, John.
It is me. Yep. And then this one's gonna take a second, because this is Empire.
Almost much as mine.
Yeah, they've got a new one coming out called Empire Originals.
Okay.
And it comes in 4 different editions.
Really?
Get those affiliate links, boy.
I already did, and nobody's bought any. Come on, you slackers, buy stuff.
I can see why they haven't bought it.
Yeah, this true to form cassette only. Okay. We'll just get that out right now.
Is it all double cassette?
Well, some of them are. Let me go through this. So we got your limited edition box set, of course, because whack and AVEX.
Yeah.
So that's a double cassette Blu-ray 50-page photo book. All right. That's gonna run you 8,000 yen, and it's got the new mini album, which is a 5-track album. We only know 1 track, and that's called Empire Originals. So the title track and 4 other tracks not yet named.
Oh, okay.
The second cassette is the first album, but with all the new girls.
Oh, okay.
So they re-recorded the whole first album.
So that's kind of what they were hinting at a while ago when they did those next edition versions for free on Ototoy.
Yeah. Yep. So they redid all the songs.
Okay.
And then it's got on the Blu-ray is the one man when they switched, they switched members.
But this is still
they got the 2 new ones
right?
and lost. Yeah. Well, it's that show. That was a one-man show. Yeah, it's both shows. Okay. It's got the Yuina half and then the New Girls half, and the set list is exactly the same in the same order.
Just they got rid of Yuina and then got Maho and Mikino, was it? Yeah.
So that's the Blu-ray, and then it's got 3 music videos, Mad Love, for example, which are both on YouTube, and a video for Empire Originals.
Okay.
And then a making of movie also. So that's your 8,000 yen, right?
So what's that, like £60?
Something like that.
Something like that. It's less than a usual box set from Whack, which are usually 10,000.
Probably because it's tape.
It's all right, Terry. Amazon Japan aren't going to sell it to anyone anyway, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I forgot about
that. Second edition the second one is the live edition, and that is the cassette of the new mini album and a DVD of the same concert.
Oh, okay.
So you don't get the re-recorded album.
Oh, so you just
that
get
one's 48. Okay. Yep, that's 4,800, and then the next one is just the double cassette where you get the new mini album and the re-recorded album. That's 3,000, and then the bottom tier one for people of don't have that much money or whatever. 1,500 yen. That's just the mini album. That's all you get.
The version that John doesn't want you to buy with his affiliate link.
You can buy whatever you want.
It's just the way he talked about it. Sorry. Just I shouldn't be laughing.
Well, you know,
it's kind of like the poor man's choice.
I didn't know how to say it.
It's just a cassette.
Not everybody can afford 8,000 yen for a, some cassettes and a Blu-ray. Not everybody can afford that.
I mean, I wouldn't buy it unless I was trying to get the Blu-rays and stuff like that, because otherwise I would probably just get it on iTunes or Spotify or
Apple Music.
Yeah, Apple Music. Yeah, exactly.
$5.99 a month if you're a student.
Doing me justice, I tell you.
Yeah, but they already released on AVEX YouTube channel. They already have a snippet of some of the concert footage.
Oh, okay.
So,
but we haven't actually heard anything of Empire Originals yet, right?
No,
nothing yet. Okay, but this isn't out for ages.
Yeah, September or something.
Yeah, I'm scrolling up. Yeah, the 5th of September.
Yeah, so it's still got ages.
So it's gonna be a while.
Wow, this has
already
really been
yeah, it's up. It's up for pre-order at pretty much everywhere already.
So forgive me if I'm wrong, yeah, but hasn't the Beast special edition thing is that out now? Is that out now? Is that still pre-order?
No, it comes out. That's the 4th. Isn't that the 4th of July? That comes out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I felt
that
like
a monster, dude.
Yeah, but I feel like that thing has been around and like on offer for ages. Was that just me?
So was the Beast single, dude.
Oh yeah, I just feel like they're putting their pre-orders up so far in advance now that like by the time the thing actually already comes out, I just expect everyone else already has it at the moment. So
they'll probably have announced another Empire release for like November or
before
December
this even comes out. Out. Wow. Well,
dude,
this isn't coming out till September. There's no way that they're going to leave them with no content till September. So I'm assuming if this Empire Originals has, 5 songs, did you say?
Yeah.
So they're obviously going to, stage release parts of it, songs and videos and so on until September.
Oh, absolutely.
Because otherwise there's not going to be any hype for them left for when this actually comes out.
No, I figure somewhere probably near the end of July or beginning of August they'll put out the MV for Empire Originals, probably around that time.
Yeah, you'd think the main one, the title track they'd probably leave last, but I could see them dropping other tunes before then, other songs maybe. We'll have to see, because they've still got a couple months. So yeah, I looked at September and I was like, wow, that's far. I wish it was September. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So there you go. Y'all can go buy that.
What have we got up next?
It's me with another ridiculously long-winded release note.
Convoluted. So you don't have to read all that.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, you left most of the tracks in Japanese, so I'm definitely not going to read those.
As I'm wont to do.
Except you have like sabotaged me because you've put the ones that I do have to talk about in Japanese as well. So I'm just going to talk and distract everyone while I quickly translate these. Right, so we kind of mentioned this at least once or twice by now, but BILLIE iDOL.
There's some interesting developments.
They have a new album coming out on the 4th of... they have a new album coming out on July the 4th. It's called BILLIE iDOL 2.0. Costs 3,000 yen. And it has 2 discs. So, you're getting a decent amount of music for your money. As opposed to normal 12-track or 13-track albums for the same price. So they already put out an album called BILLIE iDOL, which was a best-of album. So this is like another best-of album, even though it's only probably been like 9 months since the last one came out. So on the first disc, it's basically kind of greatest hits. Like all their most popular songs, like Anarchy in the Music Scene, Bebop Tutu, PSRIP, the kind of the essentials.
Is My Boy there? Yeah, Be My Boy's there. That's good.
Yeah, Be My Boy's there. Are these re-recorded?
See.
When I was looking into this, when I was looking into this, I didn't see any mention of any re-records except for those 2 songs.
Yeah, so there's at least 2 newly recorded songs. So there is, oh jeez, Dose Kiete Shima Inochinara, right? I kind of got that.
That sounded great.
Beast edition, which has Uika, Nozomi, and Purlui singing on it. These 2 songs have been previously released by Billy Idol, by the way, just to. And then you have End Roll Sis edition, which is going to trigger a bunch of people because it only has Momo and Akira on it because they're sisters, and it's not a sis as in the short-lived rival group for Beast. But hey, second disc is a disc of covers of popular Japanese songs from back in the day.
Yeah.
This is re-recorded with Purlui. It was originally released as like a fan club kind of bonus item. So, you know, they are offering something new here, even if it's not really new Billy Idol songs.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like you can't really re-release a greatest hits album like less than a year after the first one came out.
I know, right?
Right?
Kind of a little bit, yeah. Unless they have got her on all the songs now. If they've got Paul Louis slotted in on all the songs as well.
Yeah,
that's the only way.
By all accounts, she could be on all of them. I just couldn't find anything that said that she was.
That specifically stated that she is actually on all the songs. But it could be.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of the ones where we might have to wait to find out. Or ask, I suppose.
Even then, it's like, if you bought the last one, and then they're like, oh yeah, buy this one too. It's like, oh, jeez. But, I'm sure they'll tie it to like, oh, if you get this, you can get like handshake tickets or something, so people will buy it anyway.
Yeah, they won't be hurting for sales, I'm sure.
So yeah, that's that. It comes out in like 2 weeks' time, less than 2 weeks' time. So if there's anyone that's kind of been interested in Billy Idol and didn't know where to start, then this is probably a pretty good place to do that.
It looks like a good selection of songs to me.
It might end up on Spotify. I'm not sure. Are they on Spotify?
Their last best of ended up on there, and their last best of ended up on Apple Music as well in the end.
So. Alright, so, it might end up on both of those platforms then, unlike the last couple of these singles when they signed to Cry.
Yep, and plus they got these sweet new clockwork orangish outfits they're rocking now.
Kind of, right? I wish they'd gone a little bit further and made it look a little bit more like it, but I mean, their music I wouldn't really associate with a little bit of the old ultra violence, so
no,
I would say probably not. Poor Louis and her droogs, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder how she's doing not being the central focus of the group here.
She's probably loving
it.
She's
got her YouTube channel, dude. Yeah. She's the central focus of that. They did that video the other day about sex positions.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I saw it. That thing was hilarious.
That was funny.
Uika is filthy. She's filthy.
With a totally bait thumbnail because the thumbnail didn't happen in the video. Spoiler alert.
I know those ones.
Something almost better actually did happen though.
What,
the bit
Nozomi and the live action one. It's like
legs wide.
It's like the two people. Oh yeah, that too.
That happened.
Oh wow.
She's filthy.
But
that video definitely needs a age restriction on it or something.
Yeah. I was just saying, now Paul Louise in Billy Idol, maybe she's enjoying it. You know what I mean? She's not having to train anyone up or look after anyone. She can just be there and have a little sing along and hang out with some friends, I suppose. So I don't know. Maybe she's she's taking it easy.
Apparently, Billy Idol is more beast than beast now. I read that on Twitter.
You
people need to behave.
I refuse to comment. I'm gonna move on to something
Don't
else.
make me get the belt.
Or the wrench. Who knows?
I already did my comment on the internet about that.
So we can move on with our next one, which is
Oh, this will be a fun one.
which is Broken by the Scream, and yeah, their first actual, not mini album that they charged album price for, but an actual album that they'll probably
You're spoiled,
charge
dude.
even more money for. What? Why?
You're actually spoiled.
What?
2,000 yen is not the normal price for an album in
What?
Japan.
Yeah, but for how many songs was on that mini album?
Like 6.
It's 5, wasn't it?
So whatever.
It was kind of
I'm
pricey.
trying to point out to you that 2,000 yen is not the norm.
Yeah, but I had to buy 2 of them. I had to buy 2 of them at a time, so it was kind of expensive for me.
You could have had to have bought 3 if I wasn't generous.
Oh yeah. Right. Sorry, generous Jerry was very nice, and he got me an extra one. If it was 2,500, he might not have. But yeah, this is Broken by the Scream with An Alien's Portrait. Kind of a strange name for their first album. It's not what I really expected. Artwork's done by the same person who did what's the last one called? What's the last one called that they did? Broken by the Scream. What's the last one called?
I don't know. My shelf is way over there.
Screaming Rhapsody.
Screaming
there
Rhapsody,
you
that's the
go.
one. Yeah. They always have some odd names for their stuff. Screaming Rhapsody kind of made sense. An alien's portrait. If it was like an alien's autopsy or something, I was a bit like, eh. But portrait, I kind of get it, I guess. It's coming out on August 22nd, so we've still got a ways to go. Price is 2,593 yen plus tax.
I think that comes to 3,000.
Well, yeah, probably about 3,000, yeah. Track listing, so you've got Koe wa Otomi no Nakidokoro, Dodonpa, Message, Oh My Megami, and plus 8 other tracks. I don't know if they specified whether or not there would be stuff from Screaming Rhapsody on there as well. I'm not quite sure, but they did mention that all of the latest YouTube stuff would be on there. So basically anything that had like a YouTube video would be on there.
I feel like if there was going to be other stuff from Screaming Rhapsody, they would have already announced it.
Yeah, they probably would have listed it because I got that info from their official listing.
They just said the YouTube tracks, right?
Yeah, just those 4.
So maybe Oh My Megami might get re-recorded then, like redone.
Oh, I would assume that
Like,
they're going to
redone, yeah. Because I don't have we actually ever heard it with Kagura on it?
Not if you
Apart
haven't
from
seen it live.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking exactly. Yeah, good thoughts. Really digging the artwork. Kind of super psyched for it. Really. So you've got Koe wa Otomi no Nakidokoro, which was really good. Dodonpa, which is the all death vocals, all the all harsh vocals, kind of Kagura Io duet type one. Message, which was their latest one that they've got the live in Tokyo version on YouTube at the moment. That song is fucking sick. That's probably one of my favorite songs from them. Oh My Megami, which is pretty much like the song that got everyone like into them in the first place. That kind of seems a bit different compared to the rest of the stuff now that you listen to it a little bit, especially the way that they used the screams. But that might have just been because they had the other girl that wasn't Kagura. I can't remember her name now. We always forget.
The rabble rouser.
Yeah, the rabble rouser. Yeah, the troublemaker. But yeah, plus 8 other tracks. So it's going to be a full 12-track album. So that's going to be pretty nice. Yeah.
It's always nice to get a full album when they say album.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
It's a shame that they don't want to be idols anymore, though.
Yeah. We'll have to see what's going on with that.
Oh, did they say that? What, they want to turn into a live band all the time?
Well, Broken by the Scream are actually pulling out of Cheers for some reason. So I can't remember. They gave a date on their Twitter saying that after that, all previous pictures and everything that was on Cheers for Broken by the Scream will be gone. They didn't really kind of state why, but it just seems like they're kind of moving away from the idol side of stuff recently. They're playing a lot more with the band. They're doing shows at with other bands and that sort of stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna
proper pissed off about
I'm
it.
not gonna get too much into it because I think it's a very, very bad decision on their part.
I've never seen it go well for any other idol group, but we'll see.
We'll have to see.
Be the exception.
I'm sure that there's a little bird out there somewhere that'll let loose some info on an inside track at some point.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, that's pretty much it for releases. We can move on with our song previews for this week. Thank you to everyone who's still with us at this point. You guys are
This is the John's Girls or Girl show for this section.
What? Okay.
You're the one that wrote an article about it, dude.
Yeah, to be fair, you know more about this than us, so
Take it away.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that, well, maybe one, perhaps two of you out there remember Living Dead Idols. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
They
sure
even
a
had
few
a-
people do, yeah.
Well, they had an MV and everything. Right? Not that you could buy any of their CDs. I think they were all venue only, both of them. But yeah. So they broke up. Dual Eye Records, which was their label, has been trying to rebuild. Well, at one point, I think he announced that he was rebuilding that group.
Okay.
But now we have this group instead. So I don't know if he's going to try and rebuild that. And we have this.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this is a group called Another. Well, group. It's only one girl at the moment, but it's supposed to expand up to 5. And they've already put out 3 demo tracks. And they're all pretty dang good.
Yeah, production-wise, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty good. She has a really nice voice, I will admit. She has actually a really nice voice. We actually read some interesting things on their site. That she was kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a zombie gimmick or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a Living Dead. It's a Living Dead gimmick. Apparently, he likes that stuff.
Yeah. So
And she said she's going to infect the populace.
Me and John was talking about it, and we thought it'd be quite cool if basically, as they're recruiting the members, as they played at shows, they'd bring on different members. So say like when they're doing their first recruiting, they'd have like, say, a girl in the crowd or whatever. She goes out into the crowd and basically infects one of the girls, and she ends up getting up on stage, and she's now, a member of the group, and that's her, introduction for that live. That'd actually be really cool, if she kind of gets, infected or whatever, and she becomes part of she's another zombie or another, undead girl or whatever. It'd be interesting. It'd be a funny gimmick, just to open up the group with, I guess.
Yeah, the song.
It's not A.N.otheYa, it's Another.
Yeah, it's Another.
Okay.
Yeah. Just what they're like for weird punctuation and.
I mean, there's a backwards R as well.
Yeah. Well, on the song previews as well, because you've got Party Monster. So the song previews were Awakening, the one that John didn't translate.
Yep.
And Party Monster. It's knee something. Let me go and have a look 1 second.
I see a no in there too.
I can't read all of it. Futata Bimi no Shozo second portrait, but I don't trust Google Sensei on this one, so it could be wrong. But yeah, let's just say there's Awakening, a song in Japanese, and Party Monster. She has a fair bit of English in these songs actually, in places.
Yeah. And it's not like horrible English either. No,
it sounds pretty decent. Good pronunciation. It pretty much all made sense. There wasn't anything that was too grammatically weird. So I was kind of impressed by that. It's also funny, to hear, an idol song sung by one person when there's going to be multiple group members later on.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that she already had to record part of the tracks because it's got.
Yeah, she had to overdub some bits. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to hear. I think it'd be nice once the other members are there. I think she's got quite a strong voice, so I think she'll be able to kind of carry the tunes along by herself with the rest of the members. If they're as good as her, then yeah, there could be quite a strong group. I think.
Yeah, and it's if you like idol rock, you're probably gonna like it.
I think it's idol rock, but it's kind of got like a kind of gothic tinge to some of the songs. There's
like the opening for Awakening sounded like something from like a
Lyric
Castlevania.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of something like from Lyric Holic or something like kind of like symphonic metal. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of like had some gothic-y. What's the name of the pianos that they use like for all the gothic stuff? I can't remember the name.
Well, like a harpsichord or
something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It kind of had that kind of feel to it, but more kind of played like it was passcode synth or something, but didn't sound anything like passcode. I don't know. Go and listen to the previews. We'll leave them.
I thought Party Monster was really good.
Yeah, that was quite a fun track. So
if you normally disagree with my opinion, then maybe you don't want to go and listen to that.
But yeah, I thought I was pleasantly surprised, and the fact that, you know, there was 3 of them out there immediately to check out, and, you know, get yourself invested in before the rest of the girls show up. So yeah, if you're looking at keeping an eye on a group that could potentially be something pretty cool later on, then maybe get in there now and get following A.N.otheYa.
Get your black rimmed glasses out, guys.
Yeah, start checking them out.
Yep, and their first live is the July 1st, so like in a week.
Oh, nice. So that's going to be her, right? By herself, I assume.
As far as I know, she's still the sole member, but yeah, there's supposed to be 5.
She hasn't
eventually.
infected anyone yet, John. That's the gimmick.
I believe
That
she
is.
also has a CD coming out.
1 second, I'm home alone and I've just heard something downstairs. So before I'm brutally murdered on stream, I'm going to quickly go and make sure that my house isn't being burgled. So give me 2 seconds. I'm actually not fucking kidding.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
right.
there you go.
I guess we'll just continue. Did you read something about a CD though?
Yeah, I think it says it in the description of the videos that there's going to be a CD sold at the live or something. I believe.
Oh, see, now I just opened the wrong one. I opened the next one.
I don't really want to open anything in case something like crazy happens. Although something crazy could be happening at Terry's right now.
Could.
Maybe he's getting recruited into the group.
Not seeing any on the Party Monster one.
Fine, it's the neighbours next door. It's cool. It's the neighbours next door. It was one of the back doors went, oh, mate, I was about to start fucking someone up. I'm home alone, you can't be doing that shit. Fuck that. No
Clenched.
way. Woo. I was drawing from I got a fork to the left of me. I made sure to bring that with me. I was prepared. I was prepared for war.
You gonna fork them up?
Yeah, fork him up, bro.
Some road man with a machete breaks into your house and you're going to stab him.
I'll stab him in the knee. Oh, I don't know if I could reach his eye. I'd have to keep stabbing him in the knee. Chip away at that HP, bro. Don't worry. I've played Dark Souls. I can win. I got that roll mechanic. I got this. Don't worry. Sorry, so we move on to Apocalypse. Is that all right?
Well, I was just saying that there's going to be a CD for this.
We're talking about the CD, but
okay,
I can't find it. I can't find anything. It might actually be on the website.
I thought I read that. Anyway. Maybe I'm wrong.
But I'm chilled out now, so I'm happy. So we can move on with Apocalypse. Now that my life isn't in danger, I'm glad.
Man, we'd have got so many fucking views as well.
So Apocalypse.
Hey, a guy gets murdered on podcasts. That's awesome, dude. Come listen.
No one would ever see it. Oh wait, because
Yeah, it would never get uploaded.
Yeah, it would never get uploaded. There is no VOD, only Terry's death, which is not good.
So yeah, Apocalypse with Shonen wa Jump Suru Noda.
I'm glad that you translated it.
Shonen Jump.
Yeah, Apocalypse are back with their kind of steampunky aesthetic.
Back at it again.
Back at it in those steampunk outfits.
With the questionable copyright infringement.
Yeah, they got what, 2 songs now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was going to say it's not the end of the world, but I didn't want to make an Apocalypse joke. But yeah, it's kind of funny that I don't know if the picture I've got up is the release for this thing. I don't know. I think this is for their first release, but it was anything I could really find at the time to use.
I think that is their first release, and I think they had an edition for each member.
Yeah, so it was interesting because the first release that they did, there was obviously only 5 of them, right? Because they only had 5 versions of the CD, but there's 7 of them now.
Oh, they're growing. Oh, good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they basically, so for those that don't know, Apocalypse is basically a super group.
Oh, wait, I'll load up the picture of them because I've got one. But
There's
the picture's just so long that, look at the state of it. Look, it will load up now. Look how many of them there are. So you've got Benny from
Abandoned.
Yep.
Not sure who that is. One of the girls from Ham and Noodles.
Yeah, Ham and Noodles.
Chiffon from You Melt More.
Chiffon from You Melt More, yeah.
No idea.
The one that's completely covered and you can't see. Which was the one that was like pie something. I can't remember what it is.
On the right.
On the far right?
Yeah. Yes, Terry, on the far right, and now this video definitely will get monetized.
We're not monetized anyway. Make money, make me laugh more, like.
But yeah, so they're like a super group, I guess, and they recruited a bunch of other members who weren't already famous because Benny and them were like, yeah, we don't want to do this all the time. So, we saw them, right?
Yeah, I wasn't super sold, if I'm honest. They were alright. They played a few different songs of differing genres. A lot of people kind of came out to watch them and stuff and check them out. I kind of had a bit of a
kind of weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of like repeated lyrics and like fast-paced bits.
Funny voices and
kind of seemed like it was stolen from like You'll Melt More's older songs.
You know, I listened to it 3 times before the show, and I can't even remember anything about it. I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna bag on it. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. I just don't think it's not for me really.
Yeah, I didn't really it didn't kind of connect with me, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of talent in there, but I just feel like the material that's being made for them is not really leading up to expectations. Like they've got this whole steampunk aesthetic or whatever. They need to go for something that's more, you know, End of Daisy, more, you know, I don't know, like apocalyptic,
more steampunky.
Yeah, I don't know, like Western
that is.
steampunky punk tunes with, I don't know, some orchestral crap in there to make it kind of sound a bit more like epic. I don't know, like
why aren't they reminding me of Zeppelins?
Like they have super strong visuals, but then the music just doesn't make any sense. It has no coordination. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I'm sure some people will enjoy it for what it is anyway, so don't listen to me. Go and find out for yourself and listen to the preview. That's all I could say, really.
Well, it's like you and I were talking before the show about this, and well, it was mostly just me talking, but and I was saying how Natasha, you remember Natasha, right?
Oh yeah.
What they called Arcadia now?
Okay.
And you know how their song came out, and it was like in your face.
Oh yeah, when they came out, everyone was like, "Oh, they're gonna have to be super powerful because of who was in it." And then when it came out, it was kind of too powerful. It was kind of overdone to the point where it's cheesy.
Yeah, it was overpowered.
But at the same time, like it still packed a punch when you first heard it because you're like, "Holy shit!" Like they're going like, you know, balls out like immediately, like vocally, which kind of grew to, you know, annoy people later on down the road. But at first, it was good. Whereas this is kind of like you've got all of this talent, you know, with all 7 of them. They're like,
it's like underwhelming.
They're like the Slipknot of you know, the iDOL groups. You've got all 7 members, and you know we're not going to do anything with them. They're just going to stand on stage in these really cool steampunk outfits and sing this generic iDOL song. I guess I don't know. Like I said, don't listen to me. My opinion on this.
Go check it out for yourself.
Go check it out for yourself because I don't know.
There's a video on YouTube.
Speaking of videos, shall we move on to videos?
Sure.
I suppose we should.
So up first we have...
Which one of these gets our video knocked off the internet?
That's what the new game is. Which one of
None
these?
of them, hopefully.
No.
Yeah, I don't...
maybe the third one.
Maybe the... Oh yeah, we'll have to see.
Since they signed to like the major. Anyway.
So up first, if people don't realize, we have Candye Syrup with White Russian.
The title track off their upcoming release.
But it is the 3rd track on the track list.
Yeah.
It's like Celine Breakdown Syndrome.
Something like that.
No, wait, is Breakdown Syndrome last? I think it's that Celine.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about
I should
the
know
video.
the track list. Video wise, they're back in the warehouse. Well, I say back in the warehouse. This is their first time.
They graduated.
In the warehouse. Yeah.
They graduated from back storeroom at the salon to warehouse now.
Yeah. You know, they got a smoke machine now. They got some disco lights.
Got a band.
They got a band. Oh God. They got a band. Everyone's
like Terry's trigger word.
Yeah. I was like, who's the band? I was like, oh, it's probably, you know, the guy who wrote the song and, you know, the people that he works with. I assume it would make sense. I'm sure it probably says on the
Terry,
video.
why don't they have anyone with a keyboard for all the synthy bits?
Oh yeah, I mean,
well, if I was watching the video and understanding it correctly, those sounds are all coming from the guitar anyway.
But I mean, if you ever watch, you know, a group play live, normally a group that has a lot of synth. If they don't have a synth player, it's normally the drummer that has a MacBook. With,
it's just extra tracks coming out.
They do there kind of looks familiar.
It does kind of look a bit like the
Kind of
Nerf
looks like Nerve.
dance. It kind of does look like Nerf, but I think a lot of people do dances.
Yeah.
But and they're only one arm in it, dude. So it's completely different.
They're half-assed it.
Yeah, they could have double-armed it and it would have been fine. But yeah, the bubbles is quite an interesting touch. I haven't seen that done in a
We
video.
talk about how this song is called White Russian, and the bits where they're drinking, they are very clearly not drinking White Russians.
Because White Russian's Iku's favourite drink, not theirs.
So,
That's a good point. But,
One of them might be a White Russian, but it's in the wrong kind of
it's
glass.
just Iku. Iku is the White Russian, who secretly controls their group. But yeah, I quite like the song. It kind of ends really, really quick though.
it's very abrupt.
Yeah,
It is. It just kind of boom. It's done.
Yeah.
So, 3.5 minutes, time up. We ran out.
yeah,
we ran
yeah.
out of studio time. It's over.
Yeah. Polo S has said also to note for the Candye Syrup video, Shizuka from Spark Speaker made the choreo. Yeah, I think they gave it a credit. I think in the description of the video that no one ever seems to read ever. That no one ever reads descriptions. Like who made this? Who produced this? I was like, look in the fucking description. It says who made it. Was this produced by Passcode's producer? For fuck's sake, look in the description, please.
Terry's so triggered.
I am.
He's got like an adrenaline high from thinking his life was going to end like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, was it been 20 minutes? Wow, that's quick. But yeah, I enjoyed the song. The song's over, by the way.
Yeah, it's
It is really abrupt.
But overall, what we thinking? I think it's a good start to
It's no idle death ska, that's for sure.
Nah, but I think
no,
it's
that one was fun. I like that one.
yeah, fun. Yeah, I think this one's more of a live. This song's gonna be fucking mad. I think.
As long as this isn't what they do all the time, I think it's fine.
No, I think they kind of they mix
Because
it.
this like this genre of music, like the digital hardcore type thing,
It can get samey.
it kind of just swallows groups up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see, but yeah, I think it's pretty
I think
good.
they've got some good people working with them, and they have a few different people from different bands, and they all have their own styles. So, as long as they mix it up every now and again, I'm more than happy to check it out. So up next we have.
I want to hear the other two songs that are on the CD.
Up next we have Yanakoto Sotto Mute with Louvre No.
Yeah,
What's it?
everybody-
No Sora, is it?
Yeah.
Louvre No
Yeah.
Sora, yeah. That's the one.
I like to call them emo idols because there's so much emotion in all of their songs.
Are you sure you wouldn't call them edge idols, John?
I might call them edge idols.
For fuck's sake.
We went there, fuck it, never mind. But no, I do not call them edge idols, no.
No, they are very emotional though. Their songs apparently, evoke a lot of emotion in some people. I've heard.
Yeah, for me, they do, yeah, definitely. I really, really like them. Video-wise,
I totally like them. I can't wait for LA.
Set in like a church, right? It's a church, and then I suppose they're supposed to be like what, church-schooled girls or whatever. I assume.
It's either a church or a courthouse.
I'm assuming it's a Catholic church.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
there's a nun,
maybe
yeah.
they're like nuns in training, but secretly they
No,
want,
they're
they
just
want to be
they're just
idols.
Catholic school girls.
Yeah,
Not non's their teacher or whatever.
yeah.
Get in the basement for thy have sinned.
Yeah.
Classic.
Don't make me
Classic
get Jesus.
Catholicism.
Yeah, pretty much.
Classic. But yeah, the song, it's good. I mean, has Mute ever made a bad song?
Not really, no. In all honesty, no. They have one or two songs that I'm a bit meh on, like on the album, but like not on this album, but like on the other album. There's a few songs I'm like, I like this one more than this one, but none of them I'm like, that's a bad song. There's just some certain songs that I like more than others. Even their like worst song is still probably better than some people's. So I actually don't mind them in the Catholic schoolgirl outfit. I think it's because I'm used to seeing them in their white kind of like, not straight jacket. Well, they used to look a bit like straight jackets, but now they look a bit more stylish.
They're space suits.
Yeah, like kind of space suity stuff. Yeah, that they wear. But
Are you telling me you get sick of them in their spacesuits getting doused with water?
well, they don't do that anymore. That whole kind of ocean aesthetic type thing that they had, with the whole kind of drowning and all that sort of stuff's kind of gone. I haven't seen that in a while now. Even the song titles have kind of drifted away from that a little bit. They had more songs that had that. I think that was the first album. I think Bubble is done now, and they've moved on to Mirrors, and I think Mirrors is more about reflecting on stuff. So I think that's why it's got. I know I'm not even trying to make a pun.
That was pretty deep, bro.
I know, but like I think that's why the names of the new songs are all a bit more like that. That was a bit deep. I didn't mean to go that deep, but yeah, here we have the old "Take the Keys from the Nun." So,
Get the friend out of prison.
Yeah. I was staying quiet just so the nun didn't wake up. See, you gotta play the game. You gotta play the game, guys. But yeah, after they get her out, and then then they escape from the church or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Choreography at some point. I thought it's
a good song.
The videography is really good. I like the kind of sun through the church windows. I think that looks really nice. You kind of get like the camera flare. Kind of gives it this kind of like whole, I was going to say heavenly kind of look to it, but I'm just taking the piss too much at this point. In church, heavenly approach, I don't know at this point.
Well, and was it just me, or is this like a lot of their songs are very Nadeshko centric? Because she's like the power vocal in the group.
Not so much.
But this one's a little more split up.
Yeah, not so much on the new album at all. I feel like the other two girls that aren't Manny and Nadeshko, whose names I always forget, and I feel really bad because I really like them. I feel like they've come a long way, and their harmonies that they all do together is really nice. Their kind of solo vocals on their own now are definitely up there with the other two girls. So I think as a whole, as a unit, all four of them are actually up to a certain level now, which is really good. So that's why I think they're able to just have their own verses and solo parts in the songs and all that sort of stuff. They don't need Nade to carry her. Sure, they're going to stick her up front so that she can wail her heart out and get everyone emotional and all that sort of stuff, because that's what Nade does. That's who the group was built around originally. But by no means does it mean that other girls have to take a backseat to her. I think they're all good enough in their own rights that they can stand with her vocally these days. That's just my thoughts anyway.
There you go.
What have we got next?
Well, I mean, just a reminder to everyone listening that Yana Mute are going to America in August.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yep. What's that, the 18th and 19th, I believe?
The 18th and 19th at the Chain Reaction in Anaheim, California. Necronomadal and Hanako-san and a bunch of, cool bands are playing too, so go get your tickets. East meets West Music Fest. Search on Facebook.
You can come meet me.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of people there. Me and Gary still kind of divided on what's going on and whether or not we're going. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Still debating on whether I'm going, but we'll have to see. It's quite expensive to get to LA, and that's like.
And it's a 12-hour flight.
And it's a 12-hour flight for like a few days to be there. So, I don't know.
Billy Idol, Toki no Tabibito, Time Traveler.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This is an old song repurposed for redone.
Now, okay. So Poor Louis is on this track. And this is on the best of. So maybe that's a clue. Maybe she is on all the tracks.
We could perhaps draw a conclusion that she will be on all of the tracks.
There you go. Maybe.
At least they managed to escape the green screen.
Yeah, it's nice to see them out and about, actually. I like the way this is filmed. It's filmed
on my Potato Phone 4.
No, but it's perfect for like a karaoke video. It's got that kind of like bad television look, if you get what I mean.
It's meant to look like a 70s TV.
Yeah. So I say it's like perfect for like, because if this was to get, put into a, karaoke, they could pretty much just ship the video straight over and it's done. They don't even need to add anything extra. It's literally perfect, ready to go, which is super interesting.
So yeah, they're like opening doors, I guess.
They're like looking for each other, aren't they? Aren't they looking for Poor Louis? They're like.
I don't know.
I thought they like find her later on, didn't they? When I watched the video.
It's just like opening random doors.
Maybe they're doors to, different timelines.
Maybe.
Potentially. They're trying to find that timeline in which Poor Louis is actually in Billy Idol. And eventually they find it.
We've gone with the classic, we're performing on a helipad on top of a really tall building.
Yeah. So apparently Billy Idol are more beach than beach now, apparently. Beach did it first, but Billy iDOL.
Beach?
Yeah, Beach did the helipad thing.
I guess. I mean,
Promise the Star, bro.
People are saying beasts are less like beasts than
I was
Billie Idol.
just going with the whole helipad thing. That was what I was thinking. You know, like Beach did the whole helipad thing. We Promised the Star, and now, you know, Billy Idol are doing it. Different building by the look of it, but you know, same sort of thing. Not really much to say about the song. It's just nice to see them all together. Oh, and they turn some random girl around and they're like, whoop, got men, fam, got men. That's not Paul Louis. That's Paul Louis if she failed her diet or die.
Jeez.
What?
So many unnecessary things today.
I apologize.
Oh, well.
I don't really know what to say about it.
I don't know. It's like, it's not a new song, so they're like, I like the song, but I liked it when it came out, and I wrote a review about it. So,
well, they couldn't. They couldn't pick one that they've already made an MV for now, though. Really, you know, they had to pick a non-MV song,
and they couldn't pick one of the ones where only some of them were singing it.
Yeah.
See,
so,
this is
you
the
know,
time
choices
travel,
were limited.
This is why I think it's time travel, because it's all of them when they met up with her, looking at the timeline of when she's already in the group, and now all of a sudden they're in the uniforms. So it's bare weird. I guess. I mean, I'm clutching at straws here, but I feel like Nozomi didn't get a big role in this song. Or is that just me?
She doesn't get a big.
She never does.
Most of the songs.
Any of the, yeah, she's kind of like
she gets like 3 lines and you know, some harmony parts.
Yeah, a couple of harmonies, and that's her thing. Yeah,
I guess. I felt like a lot of them kind of like the parts were spared out a lot more between all of them in this song in general. I guess, apart from Uika getting quite a few lines. I guess maybe I just noticed her voice more. I don't know. Who knows? That's a nice shot.
I like how one of them has like a very not white shirt in comparison to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Hey, karaoke.
Do you actually get given instruments?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember any like tambourines or anything.
Yeah, you can get that stuff.
Yo, need to get some tambourines, bro.
So yeah, that was Billy Idol. And we have one more video because it was pretty quiet this past couple of weeks.
We've got
should have put Syrup of SAKA-SAMA in, god damn it. Anyway.
Yeah, we should have.
You'll know more.
Yep, they did a video.
Reusing a bunch
Here
of
it is.
B-roll footage for a music video.
I don't know what they're trying to do nowadays. They've completely lost me.
This is on Hippie Mondays, right?
Yep. It's
So,
the only song that didn't have a music video.
Right, so
you can kind of tell that they just
made a music video to it. They just dressed them up in kind of some hippie aesthetic clothing, played the tune, and got them to, well, You'll Melt More out, I suppose. That's it, really. Where is most of Anno's pants? Or, wait, is Figgy not got any pants?
No, Unapi is missing the whole middle section of her legs. She's got some straps in the thigh part.
Those pants are amazing.
I don't understand them.
No, me neither.
It's like, oh, I'm going to buy a pair of pants, except like 3/4 of the front of it is going to be gone. Okay,
pretty much.
I feel like we're ending this on a really kind of flat note, but this video is kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I'd like to know what other people's opinions are. Yeah, someone said it's harking back to the Happy Mondays and all that in the early 90s. Yeah, it's alright. It's just...
It's kind of like, okay, we've got like an extra kind of half an hour in between like filming this other video.
It's
like,
very minimal effort.
It's like dance around and then we'll throw a bunch of effects in like post-production. And that'll be
pretty much. It's like super minimal effort. Which is a lot of Meltmore videos. They have some like crazy ones, and then they just have a lot of minimal effort videos. But you know, I suppose with their kind of work rate, I guess sometimes.
Do you guys like this song?
It's alright.
No,
I'm a lot like that. I'm
not pulling punches.
I'm a lot like that with a lot of Meltmore stuff. I'm just like, yeah, so like they haven't. I was really into them for a while, and I like some of their older material. And then some of their newer material I liked. And then What was the EP thing that came out, and it was kind of like there was like a load of rubbish songs, and then like
Disco Psychedelic.
Disco Psychedelia, yeah. And it's kind of like the first couple like 3 or 4 songs were like not very good, and then it got really good towards
like, bro, the back half's fucking sick.
Yeah, I was like, why is this not the first couple of tracks? Yeah, I don't know. Meltmore a bit kind of like hit and miss for me.
Yeah, when they're good, they're really good. When they're bad, it's like, I'm good.
Yeah. And it's
they also put out a best of album along with this Hippie Mondays EP.
I've got the best of. The best of, well, it's got the songs I like on it, so.
Yeah, I'd recommend people check out the best of for sure. I don't know, like, I wrote a review for this. You guys can go check it out. It's
for the Hippie Mondays release.
Yeah, for the Hippie Mondays EP. I don't review best of albums, so you're probably not getting a review of the Billy Idol one either.
That makes sense.
But it's like, it's bad enough when I review an album that's got a bunch of stuff from past singles and like half of it ends up being, oh, here's a link to my review, go read it that instead.
Yeah, of all the singles that I've already reviewed.
So yeah.
Yep, and that's You'll Melt More.
With You'll Melt More. With,
sorry guys, it's like we're just not really that into this one.
Was it Yasumo?
Yasumo.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a Sotto Sakana.
There's like 2. There's like a lighthouse one, light pool.
Yeah. Full.
Oh god. See, now I gotta go. Now I got something to do on after the show.
They're not super new, John. They've been out for a while.
Yeah,
there were ones that we had to cut from. Well, I followed Sotto.
Oh, they're like a month old.
Yeah. I follow Sotto.
Oh, okay.
It was basically like when I was kind of unable to make shows for a while.
This is so disrespectful. You'll melt more.
I mean,
their videos played and we're talking about a completely different.
Hey, just take us to end screen, dude.
Thank you. Enjoy play. I tried to cover the Gang Parade symbol, but it didn't work. You can tell where it was. It's a Gang Parade.
Yeah,
we love Gang Parade. We should
put the Sotto videos in. Our bad, guys.
Yeah, we actually should at some point.
I have a review of the EP mini album.
Do you know what? It was just awkward timing because those videos for Sotto actually came out when we went on the big break, when I was doing my job thing and all that. They came out.
Yeah, we had. Didn't we have like 12 MVs for that show? And we had to chop a bunch off.
Yeah, no, that was with like 8 cut already. Like we had so many MVs in. And I mean, remember Mina no Kodomo-chan? We missed out that MV. There was loads of MVs that I've reacted to since on the channel. So if you're interested, just go and watch my reaction on the channel.
It's alright, guys. I mean, they've got another single coming out in like 4 weeks, so I'm sure we'll get a music video like on Monday or something.
Yeah. Like I'm quite a big fan of Sotto Sakana. And some other groups like that.
When you don't release anything for a year and then you do 2 CDs in like 3 months.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think that was episode 39, which got nuked and we never re-upped it, I think.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I could probably resort that out at some point. But yeah, just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has stayed with us for the podcast. Thank you for sticking with us and having a bit of fun. Thank you to everyone in the chat for, having a good chinwag with each other and, all that sort of stuff. That's all good as usual. Before I sign this out, I'll just leave it over to these two to do their usual stuff before we head off. Feel free to stick around for that. So, pass it on to you, Gary.
Right, let's see. I have a website. It's called idolshit.com. I write reviews of recent releases. I have a massive backlog right now, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. So what have I put out since the last podcast? Let's see here. I reviewed Passcode's Ray single. Yep, that's something that I did. About a month late, so no one really cared, but hey, whatever. Oh, did we even mention this?
What?
We interviewed Necronominal. Drink. Yeah, we interviewed Necronominal at the Underworld in London.
Drink.
What?
You can't drop that reference on me, bro. Not mid podcast.
So yeah, we interviewed Necronominal in London. It was pretty cool. It's a text interview because
the audio quality it's actually not bad.
It's not even that. It's just it was so rushed because that whole day was so rushed.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
We asked them like we asked them about being back in the UK. Like, we asked them about some stuff that they've got coming up. We got some hints for some future stuff. It's fun.
It was pretty cool. And I'm very thankful that they made some time for us, especially with that kind of schedule that they were on.
Oh, yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, we finished the interview and Saki from Double M was basically just about to go on stage. That's how, like, crazy the day was.
We kind of, like, had to move out the way. We're like, yeah, sorry, love. Like, go do your thing. We'll be out there to go and see you in a second.
So, I've also done a review of Gang Parade's new single, Gang 2, and I reviewed Oyasumi Hologram's new album, which is called 4, and you should all go and read that review and listen to that album, because it's going to be one of the best albums of 2018 that no one's going to talk about. And you can follow me on Twitter at iDOL, and I might be doing Instagram soon, but we'll see.
How about you, Mr. John?
Yes. I have a website too. It's got news and stuff.
Hyphens.
Straight from Japan.com. There's hyphens in there.
Yeah.
So is there a hyphen? Is there a hyphen between the Japan and the dot for the .com as well?
Hey, there's hyphens in there. Trademark. I do news and stuff. Yeah, it's been kind of slow lately. I try and, if there's no stories, I try and dig something up, but sometimes I don't. Blah blah blah.
Well, anyway, I'm sure you'll be doing. I'm sure you'll be doing coverage of the East Meets West Festival, that sort of stuff, when that comes up. So.
Oh, absolutely. I think I'm gonna get interviews with at least the 3 groups coming from Japan. Maybe.
Wow, I was so hoping that you were. I was so hoping you were going to just mention the bands and not even mention the groups from Japan.
Oh no, and I might actually interview the 2 LA-based idol groups who are playing on the second day.
Oh, nice.
But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll even interview some of the actual bands that are playing on the first day, being as one of them comes from the town that I live in.
It's a small world.
It is a small world. I'm not going to mention any of their names, though. Go to my website. Look up the story. It's there. All the info. Boom.
Nice.
Go.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this week. A big thanks to everyone who has come out to watch the show. If this is your first time watching us, don't forget to get subscribed and to hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. Recently we've had a lot of subs, actually, so a big thanks to all of you who have recently subbed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when we actually go live with the podcast, so you guys don't miss it and you aren't late, so you can get the full news coverage from us, or whether or not you just want to come in and hear all the mistakes and craziness that happens before we actually get things ready. Also, if you hit the notification bell, you'll also know when I've got the newest, reaction videos, top 10s. I've got a new thing, a new series that I'm recently trying called For Fans Of, where I'm basically picking like a music genre or an aesthetic or maybe a big group that everyone knows that I think, bands that sound similar, go well in a playlist. I'll try and make something up for you guys so you can try and pick up on some new groups if you haven't already.
Send suggestions.
Yeah, send suggestions. I'm always open to ideas. It's a community here, so it's all about what you guys want to do with the channel, as well as just ideas that we have. We're just 3 normal dudes, really, so sometimes we run out of ideas, but we want to keep doing cool stuff with iDOL because this stuff's fun and that's why we do it. So send us suggestions, join us in the Facebook group.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's also a community on Facebook.
Yeah, so come head over to Alternative iDOL on Facebook, where you'll see all of our friendly faces over there and all of the usual guys as well as most of the news that we post here will probably pop up first and everyone has a good discussion as well. You can find me on Twitter at Ramen Shuriken. Go follow me there. I pretty much just retweet stuff and do other bits and bobs, but occasionally I post the odd cool thing. Sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the show. Thanks for all 17 people who have stuck with us till the end. You guys are awesome. And we shall see everybody on the next show. Signing out from me, and I shall let these 2 guys sign you off as well.
Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.
Bye-bye.